welcome back to our channel, fans. Today is a brilliant day to unpack the absolute madness unfolding on our screens, so grab your favorite beverage, settle into your comfiest chair, and let us dive straight into the latest Genoa City chaos. I cannot believe they are actually doing this. I am literally screaming at my television screen right now because the writers have officially lost their minds in the best and worst way possible. Are you guys seeing this? I mean, I have been watching the show religiously since 2015, and I have seen some truly unhinged pairings, but this takes the absolute cake. I am talking about Patty Williams and Matt Clark. Yes, you heard me right. The resident cat-loving psychopath and the amnesiac supervillain who blew up a gas station in Vegas. I need to get this out of my system because I am sitting here late at night, vibrating with a mix of pure horror and undeniable excitement. React first, explain later, right? But seriously, putting these two highly volatile, incredibly dangerous characters in the same orbit is like throwing a lit match into a fireworks factory, and I am entirely here for the explosion. Okay, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me back up and break this down because my brain is spinning. For months, we have been subjected to Patty's relentless, delusional obsession with Jack Abbott. Remember the whole yacht incident, Victor using Patty to drug and compromise Jack. It was dark, it was twisted, and Patty has been clinging to the delusion that Jack is her soulmate ever since. She has been stalking around, tormenting Diane, trying to play house with a man who is terrified of her. But now, suddenly, the winds are shifting. Patty is pivoting. She is transferring all that intense, suffocating, fatal attraction energy away from Jack and aiming it squarely at Matt Clark. I know some people are loving this because it gets Patty away from the Abbott drama, but personally, I am terrified for everyone involved. Have we forgotten what happens when Patty fixates on a man? Let us talk about that very first moment they locked eyes in the coffee shop. Can we talk about this? It was like a lightning bolt of pure, unadulterated crazy. Matt is sitting there, handsome, charming, completely stripped of his memories, but still radiating that dark, dangerous aura, and Patty. She looks at him, and you can literally see the gears turning in her fractured mind. The chemistry was instantaneous and, frankly, a little disturbing. They shared this look that wasn't just physical attraction. It was the recognition of a fellow broken soul. I was sitting on my couch yelling, "Do not do it! Matt, run!" But of course, he doesn't remember who he is, let alone who she is. He doesn't know she used to carry around a stuffed cat and has a body count. He just sees a woman who is paying attention to him, and then we get to the May 18th episode. Oh my gosh, Matt actually summons Patty to his room at the GCAC. He initiates the contact. He calls her up to talk, and the dialogue in this scene is just, wow. Matt looks her dead in the eye and confesses that he feels a certain empathy for her. He tells Patty that he feels like they are the same. I mean, he is not entirely wrong, considering they are both absolute menaces to society, but hearing him say it out loud gave me chills. Matt is validating her. He is looking at this deeply disturbed woman and telling her that he understands her desire to make amends for her past mistakes. Do you know how dangerous it is to validate Patty Williams? It is like giving a shark a taste of blood. She is going to latch onto that validation and never, ever let go. But here is the kicker. Phyllis Summers already tried to warn Matt about Patty. Remember when Phyllis was desperately trying to use Matt as her own personal get-out-of-jail-free card against Victor? Phyllis sat Matt down and listed off every single horrific thing Patty has ever done. She told him about the peanut allergy kiss with Summer. She laid it all out there, painting Patty as the ultimate monster. And what does Matt do? He completely ignores it. He tells Patty that he doesn't judge her for her past. He doesn't care about the laundry list of sins Phyllis provided, because in Matt's amnesiac state, he is a blank slate, and he feels like everyone in town is judging him for things he cannot even remember doing. So when he looks at Patty, he sees someone who is also judged, also ostracized. He feels a kinship. It is actually brilliantly written, even if it makes me want to pull my hair out. So Patty is sitting there, listening to this incredibly handsome, charming man tell her that she is not a monster, that he accepts her. For a woman whose entire existence revolves around wanting to be loved and accepted, this is the ultimate drug. Patty truly believes she is reformed. She constantly tells everyone she is better now, even though we all know she is one bad day away from a total psychotic break. Matt's acceptance feeds directly into her delusions of grandeur. She is already starting to view him as a kindred spirit, a partner in crime, maybe even a soulmate. I'm sorry, but Jack Abbott is old news now. Patty has a new shiny toy, and his name is Matt Clark. She is vowing to stand by his side, promising to turn him completely against Phyllis, and assuring him that she is the only person in Genoa City he can actually trust. But wait, because it gets so much crazier, just when you think they are going to ride off into the sunset of shared psychosis, we get hit with the wildest spoiler yet. Matt's life is about to take another massive, shocking turn. He is going to be found tied up and gagged in his room at the GCAC. Yes, tied up and gagged. I literally gasp when I read this. Who in the world manages to ambush Matt Clark and tie him to a chair in a luxury hotel? Is it Phyllis? Because we know Phyllis is absolutely desperate right now. Patty completely blew up Phyllis's plan by telling Matt the truth about how Phyllis was manipulating him. Phyllis has lost her leverage against Victor. She is facing jail time because of that AI evidence, and she is cornered. A cornered Phyllis is a dangerous Phyllis. Did she sneak into his room and tie him up to force him to cooperate? Let myself go off on a tangent here for a second. We know the Newman family is hunting Matt down. Victor Newman and Nick Newman have every reason to want Matt neutralized. Matt got Nick addicted to fentanyl, tortured him in Vegas, and blew up a gas station. We already heard rumors that Victor or Nick might secretly kidnap Matt from his hotel room to punish him. So maybe this hostage situation at the GCAC is the first step of the Newman revenge plot. Maybe Victor's goons ambushed Matt, tied him up, and are preparing to transport him to some black site dungeon. Okay, back to the point. Regardless of who tied Matt up, whether it's a desperate Phyllis trying to regain her pawn, or Victor executing a dark kidnapping plot, the result is the same. Matt is helpless, vulnerable, and in desperate need of a savior. Enter Patty Williams. Of course, it has to be Patty. The universe just loves to align these to psychos. Patty is going to be the one who comes to Matt's rescue, and the way she does it is pure soap opera gold. According to the casting news, Marcy Goldman is guest starring as a hotel maid in the May 21st episode, and she has scenes with both Matt and Patty. It doesn't take a genius to figure out how this plays down. Patty is going to use her sweet, innocent, slightly unhinged charm to manipulate this poor, unsuspecting hotel maid into letting her into Matt's room. Can you just picture it? Patty batting her eyelashes, spinning some wild tale to get the master key. It is so perfectly Patty, and I am just imagining the excuse Patty is going to use when the maid accidentally sees Matt tied up and gagged. I mean, Patty is a quick thinker when she needs to be. She is probably going to laugh it off and tell the maid that they are just spicing things up in the bedroom. Oh, don't mind the ropes and the gag. We are just having a little fun. I am laughing out loud just thinking about it. It is hilarious, but also deeply terrifying because the maid will probably just blush, apologize, and leave Patty alone with a bound and helpless Matt. Patty gets to play the ultimate hero. She gets to swoop in, untie the ropes, remove the gag, and save the day. Do you realize what this means for their dynamic? Matt is already feeling a connection to Patty. He already feels like she is the only one who doesn't judge him. Now, she is literally saving his life, or at least saving him from being kidnapped by his enemies. This is going to solidify his trust in her completely. In his amnesiac state, he doesn't know who his friends or foes are. Everyone in Genoa City seems to hate him, except for this one woman who validates his feelings and rescues him from danger. Matt is going to view Patty as his guardian angel. He is going to pledge his loyalty to her, not realizing that he has just sworn allegiance to the most unstable woman in Wisconsin. But here is the thing that has me stressed out, pacing my living room at night. If Patty is truly shifting her obsession from Jack to Matt, Matt needs to sleep with one eye open. We all know how Patty loves. She loves obsessively, suffocatingly, and fatally. Remember when they tried this kind of redemption arc with her before? Yeah, didn't work then either. When Patty fixates on a man, she expects total devotion. Right now, Matt is playing along because he needs an ally and he genuinely feels a spark. But what happens when Matt's memories start coming back? What happens when the real, ruthless, calculating Matt Clark resurfaces and realizes he is shackled to a delusional murderer? If Matt ever tries to pull away from Patty, or if he betrays her, she will absolutely destroy him. She shot Victor. She tormented Jack. She will not hesitate to take Matt down. I know some people on the forums are loving this pairing. They are calling them the new ultimate villain power couple. And part of me kinda agrees. It is fascinating to watch the villains team up. They could wreak absolute havoc on Genoa City. Imagine Patty and Matt combining their psychotic energies to take down Phyllis, Victor, and anyone else who gets in their way. It would be an absolute bloodbath, and the drama would be top tier. But another part of me is dreading it because I know it is going to end in tragedy. These are two highly volatile chemicals mixing in a beaker. It is not a matter of if they explode, but WHEN, and when they do, the collateral damage is going to be massive. Am I the only one who thinks Sienna Bacall is going to lose her mind when she finds out about this? Sienna is already paranoid and jealous. She thinks she killed Matt in the desert, but now he is alive, amnesiac, and potentially falling for Patty Williams. Sienna is going to spiral, and what about Jack? Is Jack going to be relieved that Patty is off his back, or is he going to realize that a teamed-up Patty and Matt are a much bigger threat to the entire town? There are so many moving parts here, and I am emotionally exhausted just trying to keep up. Ultimately, this is why I have been watching this show for years, the sheer unpredictability. 1 minute, Patty is trying to force Jack into a twisted happily ever after, and the next, she is rescuing an amnesiac supervillain from a hostage situation in a luxury hotel. I am gonna be glued to my screen for the May 18th and May 21st episodes. I need to see the exact moment Matt realizes he has just made a deal with the devil. I need to see Patty manipulating that hotel maid. I need to see the look on Phyllis's face when she realizes her captive pawn has been freed by her worst enemy. It is going to be messy, it is going to be chaotic, and I am absolutely 100% here for every single unhinged second of it. Let me know what you guys think, because I cannot be the only one losing my mind over this Patty and Matt alliance.